Hey everybody, it's Austin Ward from Letterman Row. We're continuing our series breaking down fantasy football to pass some time till Ohio State training camp starts on August 3rd. So we've got George Kaufman bringing some of his fun perspective there from Byers Automotive and some probably cutthroat fantasy leagues over there. And newly retired from the NHL and now just a diehard fantasy football player, Jared Boll. And he's taking us through the most interesting position on your fantasy draft board. He's got some kickers for you.
Yeah, but don't sleep on the kickers because, when you're staying up late Monday night to see if you need those extra 1 or 2 points to get the win for the weekend, you're gonna really want to listen in to this insight on kickers.
I've been waiting for it because I have no idea where I would put these guys on my board.
Okay, I put 5 together. They're 5 of my favorite kickers. Just because that's my favorite position in football. But start with number 1 is Steven Gostkowski from New England, just because New England's good at everything they do. So
offensive scores a lot of points.
Yeah, so I'm going with him as my number 1. My number 2 would be Justin Tucker from Baltimore, just because I see him a lot on TV and he gets a lot of airtime, so he must be good. My number 3 is Greg Zuerlein, because he was rated number 1 in ESPN fantasy rankings, so I thought
Legatron, got to throw him in there.
I mean, he's probably pretty good. My number 4 is Robbie Gould, just because he used to play in Chicago. I actually played in a charity thing with him, and he was a funny guy, so
there you go.
He must be a good kicker. He's probably a good teammate, too. I mean, kickers got to be good guys if they're going to be in the room.
You want that in your fantasy locker room, too. You got to have that right chemistry.
Exactly. And my number 5 is, I don't even know if he's good anymore, but Adam Vinatieri, just because he's been around a while.
You have that staying power. That's got to be a good sign.
I always like the way he kicks. Powerful leg, and those are my top 5. I mean, I think they're pretty good.
Jared, are fantasy sports or fantasy football, are those big in NHL locker rooms?
Huge.
Is that right?
Yeah. Every team I've played on, we do a huge fantasy football league, and I would say more than half the guys are involved, unless the Europeans kind of want to get in there, but they don't really know much.
They're not the experts.
No.
They're taking kickers pretty high in their draft.
Yeah, I think I played with a guy. He took defense as the first overall pick, so that just shows you how much they know about football.
So, George, how high would you take a kicker? What's the highest you've ever taken a kicker?
You know what? There's a reason that the leading all-time leading scorer for Ohio State is a kicker, Mike Nugent. I mean, their 1 point, extra point, field goals, it adds up, and so it's a very important position. And I don't know if I'd take him in my top 3, but you got to have a kicker on there somewhere.
Yeah, I challenge anybody out there to go find some kicker breakdowns better than what we've got at Letterman Row from Jared Boll and George Kaufman. This is the fun stuff for us. We're mixing that in all year round here with our Ohio State coverage. So appreciate these guys coming in, and Byers Automotive for sponsoring this whole series. I'm Austin Ward from Letterman Row. The next time we talk, we'll be talking Buckeyes.